Okay, so now let's walk through what your fatigue really means. So if you're tired all the time, you push through, you beat yourself up for not doing more, and maybe deep down you've always wondered, am I just lazy? Let me tell you right now, no, you're not lazy, but yes, your body is trying to protect you. And I'm going to show you how. So why fatigue isn't laziness? So fatigue is actually one of the most misunderstood symptoms out there. So it's not weakness, it's not laziness, and it's also not a lack of willpower. So fatigue is a biological break, your body's way to slow you down when it no longer feels safe to push forward. So it's a direct response, not a defect. And when you see it that way, everything changes. So the nervous system fatigue loop. So when your nervous system is stuck in a chronic stress state, so being hypervigilant, overachieving, never resting, your body eventually flips the switch for you and says no more. So this is your survival system trying to conserve your energy, stop the drain, and force you into stillness. So this is when you might feel wired but tired, emotionally numb or checked out, simply unmotivated even though you want to care, mentally foggy or heavy, and just like no amount of rest actually helps. So fatigue is actually a healing phase in German New Medicine. So one of the biggest shifts I want you to take away from this video is that fatigue doesn't usually show up while you're in the conflict. It shows up after, when your body finally feels safe enough to heal. So from German New Medicine, almost every biological conflict includes a healing phase. And guess what is the most common symptom in a healing phase? Fatigue. So that deep, heavy, can't move fatigue is always correlated to a healing phase. And why is this? It's because healing takes energy. So the body is trying to restore those damaged tissues, clean up any inflammation, detoxify, rebuild your strength. And to do that, it forces you to slow down. So if you've ever been exhausted ever since a breakup, a job loss, diagnosis, surgery, or just any sort of emotional release, it's not random. It might actually be because your nervous system is saying, we're safe now, let's repair. So what fatigue is asking for? So fatigue isn't asking you to do more. It's asking you to pause, to listen, and to stop fighting yourself. So what actually helps? So it helps to stop labeling it as laziness, shift from pushing to actually restoring, support your nervous system with gentle movement and grounding techniques, reframe rest as progress, not failure, and building trust that energy will return once safety is restored. So it's not going to be like this forever. It will return. So inside my one-on-one coaching program, we focus on rebuilding your nervous system with deep nervous system regulation, conflict resolution, deep nourishment, not punishment or shame. So if your fatigue had a voice, what would it say? Is there part of you that feels like you're not allowed to rest? Are you equating rest to failure? Write down the top 3 beliefs you hold around energy, productivity, and rest, and we'll start reworking them. Because your fatigue isn't here to ruin your life. It's here to help you actually build a new one that's stronger, that doesn't require burnout to feel worthy. Now, again, if you want help reprogramming the beliefs that are keeping you stuck, book a free one-on-one call below and we'll walk through it together.